Welcome into episode number 178 of The Voice Behind the Voice. I'm Sean Aronson, the TV and radio broadcaster for the St. Paul Saints, an independent minor league baseball team in the Twin Cities. I can only imagine what this weekend is going to be like in this state. And I don't mean because it's Thanksgiving and a lot of people have like a 3-day week and they're going to enjoy a 4-day weekend. But for the first time ever, College Game Day is descending upon the Dinkytown, Minneapolis area because the University of Minnesota is currently 10-1 in football. I believe it is just the second time in like 100 years they've won 10 games. And they are facing the University of Wisconsin with the winner fighting it out for the Big Ten championship against Ohio State. Now, it's going to be interesting because this state has been waiting for this for a long time. More specifically, they've been waiting for it for about 3 weeks when Minnesota and Penn State played here. A lot of people thought they should have gotten game day at that point. But because it's Thanksgiving weekend, you have to feel like a lot of the students are going to leave this state. And so it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic down at the university. On top of that, it is supposed to snow all weekend long. I'm coming to you on Monday before Thanksgiving. Tuesday night into Wednesday, it's supposed to snow 6 to 8 inches. It is supposed to take the rest of Wednesday off and Thursday off, and then snow Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as of right now. Roughly, if you add up all the totals, somewhere between 4 to 12 inches, depending on the low and the high of things, which could make Saturday a total mess and a disaster when College Game Day is in town. And look, I promise you I will not step foot near the university at College Game Day. I want no part of being anywhere else. Look, I'm not a University of Minnesota grad. It's cool that it's coming here. Congratulations to everyone that is a University of Minnesota alum or a fan. But same thing when the Super Bowl is here. I don't want to be down in that area at all for that madness, especially when it's going to be as cold as it is and the snow that is going to be falling, what it's going to be like. It is pretty cool, though. Chris Fowler, who is a University of Colorado graduate, same as yours truly, will be here doing the game. I make no promises. I am working some channels to try and get him as a guest on this podcast. But look, I understand when these national guys come into town, it's a very quick trip, and they're in, they're out, and that's it. But I'm working a couple of different channels to try and get that done, and we'll see if it happens. I make no promises. But what I do promise you is this week's guest. It is episode 178, Bob Fitzgerald of the Golden State Warriors. Now, Bob was kind enough to sit down with me at the team hotel. Actually grew up around a baseball stadium. His dad was an electrician at Comiskey Park, home of the Chicago White Sox, the old home of the Chicago White Sox, and he grew up around there. And then went to college at Notre Dame. And his first job out of college was with PricewaterhouseCoopers. Kind of interesting for a guy that is now a play-by-play broadcaster for the Golden State Warriors. But interesting conversation. And I actually start off the talk in a direction I don't usually go with these broadcasters, in basically asking if he has been able to really appreciate the last 5 years of the Warriors. It's hard to appreciate when you're in the moment, but I really wanted to understand if he appreciated what happened, especially in light of what's going on this season with the Warriors, and how much they're struggling, and probably is going to be a tough season for them. But again, generous guy, and fantastic stories. So you'll love this conversation. If you've not subscribed to the podcast, you can do so wherever you get your podcast. Then be sure to rate us and follow us on social media, Twitter at The Voice BTV, Facebook, facebook.com/TheVoiceBTV. And you can always email me, thevoicebtv @gmail.com. All right, let's get to it. It's episode number 178 with Bob Fitzgerald of the Golden State Warriors. JW, will we see you with your shirt off in the snow at college game day? Roll the open.
One of the years we wanted the scores to go up to a 150. Not a lot of NBA games get there, but I can understand. So I had multiple days of 134 to 132, 134 to 131, 134 to 130, 134 to 129. Because you can do the 134, like they can have the computer. Yeah, sure. But if you want it to sound real, you got to do the score. So you're basically doing 150 all the way down to 150 to 149 all the way down. So that's like going to the dentist.